First, let's turn on the central monitor system. Enter the system by inputting the password admin. This system has been connected to 2 monitors, and the introduction will be separated into 3 parts. The first part is the bottom menu bar. The second part is the setting list. The third part is the real monitor display mode. Let's begin with the first part. Here is the audio off button. The alarm from monitors will show on the CMS. If you don't want to hear the alarm sound, you can mute the alarm by clicking the audio off button. The password is admin. Then you can see the audio off icon on this place. The next part is patience. On these menu pages, you can find the hospital name, department and real time, which are editable. We can change the unit of temp, pressure and CVP here. Here we can select the online patient, offline patient, and patient data with no attribution. When you select the online, we can check the patient data from the connected monitors. And you can refresh the data by clicking this button. We can check the monitoring period by clicking the patient data. By clicking the patient information, we can check or edit the details of patient information, including the patient's name, sex, blood, birth, age, etc. Click the Save button to execute the editing. Click the wave view, then we can check the waveform. This waveform is just for demo, so they look abnormal. But it will not influence the instruction. We can select the showing period and amplitude. We can print the waveforms, see different pages of the waveforms, and refresh the waveform list. By clicking the storage setup, we can determine which waveforms should be saved. The storage includes default mode and self-defined mode. Click the enter to save the setting of the self-defined mode. Click the wave type, we can select which waveform could be shown on the screen. On display mode, we can choose to show one type we need of waveforms. We can also choose different showing period here. Also the print, different pages, refresh and storage setup. We can switch back to the single waveform here. And we can check waveforms in different speed by clicking this button. Let's see the alarm view. We can choose what kind of alarms will be shown here. The options include alarm type, alarm level and period. In this area, we can check the alarm time, alarm event, and alarm level. We can go to pre-list and next list here and print a list and update the list. When selecting an alarm with no relation to the waveform, the right box will show nothing. When clicking the alarm about waveform, the waveform of the alarm will appear on the right box. We can move the position of the alarm waveform like this. And print the alarm waveform. And here is the trend view. We can check trend graph and trendable here. We are able to select different trends in trend group. We can also change the resolution ratio here. And we can update and print the waveform here. And preview the waveform on the paper. The print direction of the paper could be changed. And the size of the preview paper can be adjusted. We can save this record as a picture or PDF. This printer icon is for the external printer. Now it is the CO view part. We can select the waveform period and refresh the list. When clicking the area, we can see measure time on the right side. The third function is history. After one monitor is released from the CMS, the patient data will come to the history. We can also check the data has been output by clicking the assign path. We can search for the patient in different fields and in different match ways. We can input the searching content in this box. Click the select, then it will show the result. And we can check the monitoring period on the right side. The unit of temp, pressure, and CVP can also be selected. The other parts like patient info, wave view, alarm view, trend view, and CO view are the same as the ones in patient. Enter the data management. The password is 5188. We are able to search for the patient we want, and we can import or outport the patient data after selecting them. Here is the system setting. The first part is common setting. Other parts are user setting, manual setting, and help. In common setting, we can change the system volume and select the wave mode, limit setup, and grid setup. We can also select the time format, the font, and the recorder setting. The color of the parameters is allowed to be changed. the default to recover the original setting. To enter the user setting, by inputting the password 5188. We can set the hospital information, network, system time, and alarm hint setting. We can change the monitor into different languages. The CMS can support the demo function. The system will simulate the real situation. The demo will be cancelled by disappearing the tick. We can select the main view style into white or black. The different bed sets can be configured here. We can select the proper bed number, row number, and column number. Besides, we can choose to turn on the detail view or not. We can see there are 32 beds on the screen. The right down corner will show the rest of the beds. To click the Assist Interface dock, now it is the full screen. We also have the selections of dock to bottom and dock to right. We can mute the technical alarm on different levels in this area. Here is the setting about the external printer. And here is the minimum system volume setting. We can also make the setting into default. The password is 5188. Then it will come to the main screen automatically. The next part is the factory setting. And the password is 2016. We can do the setting about the network connection of HL7 and CMS. In the help, we can check the product information of CMS. We can come back to the main screen by clicking this button. Now let's come to the drop-down list. Click the arrow, the drop-down list will show up. The patient information can be edited by clicking this button. In Real Monitor, we can see the real situation of the monitor. We can also see the wave view, trend view and alarm view. In the display setting, we can decide which waveforms should be shown by making ticks. And decide which parameters could be shown on right side. but the area can only show 5 parameters. We can also change the unit of temp, NIBP and CVP. The settings can be applied to all monitors. Click the enter, then we can save the settings. In the alarm setting, we can set alarm limit of all parameters. Also the alarm level and alarm switch. We can change the alarm applying situation in the lower bar. The big font mode allows to show big size parameters only. It has alarm pause, alarm reset record and pacemaker. The transfer means we can transfer the patient data to other bed area. When we receive a patient in the original bed, the CMS will regard it as a new patient and produce new data. Click the switch button, we can exchange the bed area, but the monitor for the specific bed will not be changed. And we can switch it back to the original place. Click the release, then the patient information would be cleared in the monitor. And then we can admit a new patient on monitor. We can change the alarm limit of the parameters by clicking the parameters area. To click the waveform area, we can enter the real monitor. And we can also check some settings here. And here are some convenient icons for different display modes and operations, like alarm pause, alarm reset and alarm view, etc. We can also turn on the NIBP here. And the waveforms here are not allowed to edit. But the potometer's limit can also be changed over here. That is all about the CMS operation. If you still have problems of the central monitor system, you are welcome to contact Comen service engineers.